So we start off in episode 3 of Presumed Innocent with Rusty going outside. He's looking at the text where someone pretty much confirms that they know he was there the night Carolyn was killed. His wife saw him and she was like, "What's wrong?" And he told her. And her reaction was the same like the last time he told her something shocking. Like TMI, a weird look, not saying much, and she just walked away. And I want to see some anger with her. I want to see some emotions. Like, what's it gonna take for her to go off on him? But anyway, later the person who texted him wanted to meet, and Rusty shared that information with Raymond, and Raymond was against it, like I would be. I mean, you don't know what it is. Just be careful what you say if you go. And of course, he did. And it turns out to be a good idea because it was the victim's son. I think his name is Michael. So Michael was apparently there. And it's kind of sad if you think about it. There could be many reasons he wanted, he was there. Maybe he wanted to spend time with his mother. Lord knows how many times he did this just going by there. But of course, the son was like, "You're the only one there. I have pictures and videos. I already gave it to the police, and I'm assuming Tommy." And Rusty was like, then, why am I here? And the son was like, "Well, I want to see your face." And it's kind of understandable because he may think he's looking at his mother's killer. He wanted to know why he did it. But of course, now we put him there, so I guess he could also be the suspect. And the reason I said it was a good idea that Rusty went was because later we have both sides meet. Both sides meaning Tommy and Nico and Rusty and Raymond in front of the judge, and they're going over some things. And clearly Tommy was hiding the information or was going to give it later. But of course Raymond mentioned it about handing over evidence and pretty much put Tommy in a spot where he had to say that, yeah, the victim's son came to me and he gave me some stuff. And judge was like, "Well, hand it over." So I guess it was a good idea that Rusty went. So that was good. And then sometime in the episode, we get Barbara with the bartender because she went because her boss at the job was like, "Take some time off." So she went for a drink, and there was a cute bartender. And I'm like, ugh. It's like, I want to like Barbara. That's the thing. I want to like her. And I just hate that they do this to her because at the end of the day, I don't care about this thing she got with the bartender. Whether she get with him or whether she doesn't. I, I want to know her more or get something. And I just feel like this ain't it. It's just not it. So I didn't like that. And I'm thinking, oh, but here's what I did like. I like Nico. And I'm telling you, I'm just going to like Nico more and more. I love the conversation between Nico and Tommy because eventually they were talking about the case. And Nico was telling Tommy about himself. And Tommy is another one I don't like. In a way, I feel like Tommy is a sorry version of Rusty. And that's bad because Rusty is already sorry. He's just, yeah. And Nico was telling Tommy, like, let's focus. Let's make this, fair, methodical, and not vicious and vindictive. Let's go with evidence. And Nico's like, I know that you hate Rusty. And here goes Tommy like, no, I don't. And I'm like, yes, you do. I mean, lying like he's lying like Rusty. Then Nico mentions how Tommy, like, I guess he likes being a people pleaser and he's a narcissist in a way, which I think Rusty is a narcissist. And it's funny because Nico was like, you remember what you told me first when I promoted you? And Tommy was like, well, I think I thanked you. And he was like, no, you said all the girls are gonna like me now, which confirms, he's just a lame, pathetic loser. I mean, I believe it. Because I feel like the difference between him and Rusty is they are alike, but I just feel like Rusty doesn't have problem getting girls. So I really think that's what it is. And I think Tommy is jealous of Rusty. But anyway, that's that. And I like how Nico put Rigo, the detective that's helping out Rusty, in her place. He was so smooth with it, He was all like, yeah, just mind your own. I know your boss. Okay, calm down. And I also like Raymond more because Raymond is speaking for me, I feel like, because Raymond finds out that Rusty is trying to pin this on another person, and the best person he could come up with is the second sperm owner of the Bunny Davis case, which is so stupid to me. I just don't get that. Like, there's no evidence. The only evidence of it is like revenge, but that really doesn't make sense either. I just feel like he's wasting time, and Raymond's like, yeah, that's just a bad idea. I get what Rusty's saying. He's saying that we do need another killer, but my thing is that the best you could do? I mean, there could be better options. Like, it could be her ex. Maybe he was better. It could be, hell, even the victim's son, because we know he was there. I mean, it could be a lot, and for you to just focus on that is just weird to me. And speaking of sons, we find out that at the end, now we found out that Rusty's son was there riding his bicycle. So, yeah. And then earlier, the son was like, maybe you should take a plea of accepting, a manslaughter charge or something. So now we know for a fact that we have 3 people that night: Rusty, Carolyn's son, and Rusty's son, as of right now. And I just don't know how I feel about. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Kyle's son being there. I think it's like another shock value thing, or trying to throw the audience off, but I don't know. I highly doubt that it is. I just don't believe that. It would be weird. Oh, another thing is we have a new character who I think might be good. I don't know, but we'll see. Her name is Maya. She's another lawyer that Raymond brought on to the team. She seems smart, straightforward. I like how she straight up asked Rusty, "Did you love Carolyn?" He pretty much confirmed it was a combination of love and lust. And Maya asked him, like, when did you feel for her? I guess emotionally. And he mentions how he saw her with a child victim, and and how she was so tender and kind to the victim. And I guess that's when he started to fall for her. But I don't know. I just think it's weird or ironic because how she was so tender with baby girl, but I just don't think she had that kind of relationship with her son. So yeah, we get to see more flashbacks with Carolyn and Rusty, and I just feel like I feel more from them and chemistry than I feel between Rusty and his wife. And I think what these flashbacks are giving me is I just don't think Rusty is the killer. But other than that, it was a pretty okay episode. I would give it a 6 out of 10.